So I'm at my mum's house today in sunny Liverpool, where I've come to replace this picket fence. Now, I built this fence about 22 years ago. It wasn't from pressure treated timber, so it hasn't lasted too badly, but it's time to replace it. It's started to rot now. So some of the pickets have started to fall off. Where I've jointed it, it's rotted. Some of the posts have rotted. I've had to put straps on to keep it together. So it's time to replace it. Now, the posts I originally used with 3x3 planed all round. Now I'm using 3x3 pressure treated rough sawn. The rails were 3x1 planed. Now I'm using 4x1.5 inch pressure treated rough sawn. And the pickets were again 3x1 planed, and I'm using 4x1 pressure treated rough sawn. Now these have come pre-arched from the timber yard, but I've actually got a video on my YouTube channel of how to cut these, and I'll leave a link in the description below. Now, I've got it all from Northwest Timber here in the northwest of the UK. Paid for it all with my own money, but I thought I'd give them a shout out for the brilliant service at the St Helens branch. So demolition time. Did come apart pretty easily. Got a reciprocating saw making short work of the rails. Right, digging through the old concrete wasn't the easiest of jobs, so I've got out me breaker here. Great piece of kit if you're trying to break through concrete. So I've got through the layer of concrete, just digging the post hole. Now, there was a lot of clay in the soil, so it was sticking to my spade. So I went down about 16 inches for the post holes. Now, the rails were 3.6 meters long, so I've put a mark in the middle of them at 1.8. This is so I can set out my post holes. So I put it where the first post is going, and then I can mark out where all the other posts are going. But in this instance, I touched lucky because the joints in these paving flags lines up with where I wanted the post to go, so I didn't have to mark them out. I just went off the joints in the paving slabs. So in the bottom of the post hole, I'm just putting a little bit of the rubble back in, just for a bit of drainage in the bottom of the post hole, just so the post isn't sitting in any kind of water. I've just done a temporary block just to keep it off the paving slabs. So just making sure that the post is perfectly plumb in each direction. Then I'm just throwing a few of these rocks in just to wedge it in place. Again, check for plumb. Now I'm using this post mix, so it's like a concrete for post holes. And there's no mixing involved. You just put some water in the hole, and then you just tip in the post mix. So it sets firm in about 15 minutes I think, but there is still a little bit of movement in it after that, but after 24 hours it's rock solid. You won't be able to move this post at all. And I'm doing exactly the same with the post at the opposite end of the fence. Just putting in a temporary screw in each post just so I can set a string line in order to get all the posts perfectly in a straight line. So here they all are, concreted in, all perfectly straight. And all perfectly plumb. I'm just measuring here for where I want my top rail to go. I'm just screwing on a temporary block just so I can set up a string line to keep all the rails perfectly straight. I'm just using these 70mm decking screws to fix the rails on. Now I'm not notching the post to put the rails on this time, because in the old fence I found this was a point where rot started to kick in. So I'm just screwing the rails on. So there is a little bit of flex in these posts, but that's because I've only just set them in the concrete. But after a day these will be rock solid. I'm just setting the last rail on top of the one before it just to get a measurement and just cut it to length. Just screws on all the rails and the same on the bottom. Now I've staggered the joint on these so it just adds a bit more strength, and then just cut the last one to length and get my little helper here to get rid of some of the rubbish for me. I'm just marking up where I want to cut the fence posts off. Square a line with the square. Mark an angle with a sliding bevel and just trim them off. So I've cut them at an angle just so the rain will run off them and it won't puddle on the top. That was another point of rot I found on the top of the posts where water had been sitting on them. So I've screwed on 2 pickets and got them nice and level, and I've screwed on a picket at the other end and I've set up a string line between the two just so I can set all the pickets to that string line and get them all perfectly in line. I'm using a level as a spacer because it was a nice 65mm space, and I'm using these 50mm decking screws to screw the pickets on. It's just a case of putting the level in as a spacer, putting the pickets in place, sliding it up to the string line and screwing it on. A bonus to using the level as a spacer is you can check each picket is plumb and repeat it many times all the way along. So this is the fence all finished, and in the next video I'll show you how I made these gates for the picket fence. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please hit the like button, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.